sixth grade theory test, question number 11. We need to write the number of the correct definition in the blank. One definition will not be used. They've given you 10 to fill in and 11 possibilities. Is this mean? Sure. Also, it's worth 10 points, so every single one of these is worth a point, and they can be tricky. All right? You are not guaranteed that these will be your words. There may be more words. I will see if I can find the list of definitions, but they can be very tricky to find. All right, so we're going to go through this list of 10, knowing that this isn't all of them, so that you get a good idea. And basically think back through your lessons and think, what have we talked about in the past, and what do those words mean? Also think through your Latin if you do that in school, and if you're thinking, I don't do Latin in school, panic! Also think through your Spanish. Sometimes they sound a lot like Spanish words, or they're very, very similar, okay? So think through anything that you know and see if you can get just as close as you possibly can, okay? The first blank we need to fill in is the word syncopation. What is syncopation? In my definition, so that you'll have something to think about, syncopation is accenting a beat that is not the strong beat. So usually the strong beats are 1 and 3, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. But in syncopation, we can do 1 and 2 and 3, right? Or 1 and 2 and 4, 1 and 2 and 4, right? It's syncopated. We're accenting unusual beats, okay? So let's see what we've got. A rhythmic beat that does not follow the written pulse or meter. An offbeat. Maybe. An interval. Nope, it's not an interval. It's not a triad. It could be a rhythm thing, because it's a rhythm thing, so this is a possibility. Mixing of sounds. Nope. Interval. Nope. Play. A way that you play it. Nope. Line added. Nope. Lively. Nope. Slow tempo. Nope. Interval of a, nope. Interval chord. Okay, so they are calling it a rhythmic beat that does not follow the written pulse or meter, that it's off beat. Okay, they may even define it a little bit differently from time to time, which is terrible. It causes you to have to really, really think. Okay, no joke. Minor third. Okay, so what is a minor third? Well, a third is a kind of an interval, right? A distance measurement, and minor is the quality. If it's major, it sounds happy. If it's minor, it sounds sad. Major is full value, minor is half step lower. Those are things I know about minor and third. So interval, distance, okay, here's the thing about interval. 2 notes with the same letter name that are 8 steps up. No, it's not 8 steps apart, that third. Looking for something else. Line, lively, tempo. Interval that has 3 half steps and is spelled as a skip, like D to F. Well, remember when we did that question about minor thirds back on the other page? This is it, folks. Alphinae. It's a term. It must be a way that you're supposed to play something. It's not a triad. That's not the way you... Mixing of sounds, no. Interval, nope. Play to the point marked. You know, this word and this word look alike. The end. Finne, fin, finne, finished. To the end. Play the point marked finne, the end, okay? I'm just going through a thought process so that way hopefully you guys will pick up something that will help you remember these, okay? Adagio. Well, adagio is another way that something is played, right? It's not a triad. It's not an interval. Okay? In fact, I'm pretty sure this is a tempo thing. Like how fast or slow? Triad, mixing, interval, line added, lively, spirited, quick tempo. A slow tempo. Interval chord. Ooh, so it could be 7 or 8. Adagio. Adagio is a little slower than a walking tempo. So in this case, you would have to remember that adagio is not very fast. We're going to give it an 8, okay? You could guess and you'd be 50-50 because it's definitely a tempo marking. It stands out as being a tempo marking, but it means slow, okay? Words for fast are like presto, okay? So look up your tempo markings and what is fast and what is slow. Refresh your memory there. Unison. Unison is an interval. So, interval of 2 notes with the same name, 8 steps apart. Also known as an octave? No, it can't be it. A unison is the same note, right? An interval that repeats the very same pitch. Unison. Cadence. A cadence is not a triad, is not mixing sounds that blend together, is not an octave, a line added above or below the staff, no. Tempo, nope. A 2-chord progression at the end of a phrase or a section in the music. That's it. A cadence is musical punctuation. A cadence can be a comma, a question mark, or a period, okay? It's the way that phrases end. So progression at the end of a phrase. Cadence. Octave, we've already seen that one a couple times. 2 notes, same letter name, 8 steps apart. 8. Oct. Oct. Like octopus. 8. Okay? Ledger line. A ledger line is that pesky line added above or below the staff to extend the staff. A subdominant triad. Check out that word, triad. So we're probably looking for a triad, right? The triad that is built on the 4th note of the scale. Well, is there any other triad in here? Nope. So you would know that that is correct, right? Now, for the reason why that is correct, we've talked about tonic, which is the 1 chord, and we've talked about dominant, which is the 5 chord. So think sub, like subway, like not the sandwiches, like you ride on the subway. So you go 5, sub is dominant, subdominant is 4. The 1 step below, so dominant, subdominant, okay? Built on the 4th scale degree. One more, dissonant. The mixing of sounds that do not blend together. Sounds that don't sound good together. Okay, what are we left with? That tempo question. So that one was the standout trouble in this case. You'll have different ones. Think your way through what you know, and good luck.